Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel and welcome back to Speed Build Sunday. Hope you guys are doing well today. I am back with building a real house. I do have a picture, of course, as always, here on the screen. So this house I'm actually pretty happy with. I think it's pretty cute. The color scheme is pretty plain, I guess. Not my pick, obviously, as you can see. That's just kind of the color of the house. But the inside I think is really nice. I think it's nice and spacious, but not ridiculous. I think one of my weaknesses when it comes to building houses is floor plans when there's hallways. Sometimes when I have a big house, I get overwhelmed with how to make it so that the hallway is not really spacious and really big. And so when I create hallways that are like perfect size, it makes me pretty happy. And I think this is one of those examples where the hallway is just a perfect fit. So yeah, let's see. Anything else I want to talk about with the build? Screenshots at the end, of course. Oh, give you a heads up. I'm sorry. But decorating the kids' bedrooms, I wasn't recording when I thought I was, so there's no footage at all. I didn't lose it or anything, or it didn't get deleted. I just don't have it. So sorry, but I have screenshots of the kids' bedrooms for you guys. I know that kind of sucks because I like watching people decorate kids' bedrooms because I try to be creative and not do some of the same stuff that I always do. I try to use different color schemes and different objects, so sorry about that. I need to be more aware of that, but so yeah, be aware of that. That's why the video is shorter, but I did include screenshots for you guys so you can see them. So anyways, let's talk about my best first date because I thought that was very interesting. I mean, keep in mind I have only had like maybe 3 serious boyfriends, like year-long relationships, right? So I dated a guy in high school. I think I dated him for maybe a year. And then I dated a guy right out of high school, and I dated him for I think a year and a half. And then my current boyfriend right now, we've been together for 5 years, or is it 6? I kind of lose track. So my current boyfriend was also my middle school sweetheart. So we kind of dated all of 8th grade and a little into 7th, and then kind of off and on through high school. But we didn't really get back together until, I was graduated, after we kind of had experience, with dating other people and just kind of figuring out what we want. But he was actually the best date that I've had. When we were 15, so we started dating around that time when we were 14, 15. I know it sounds really young, and it really is young, but we were just like really into each other. I mean, it's pretty innocent. It's nothing like extreme or anything like that, right? But when we were 15, we couldn't drive, and so my mom, there's like this kind of fun arcade center here in Utah. Basically, you can go play like arcade games, and there's like kind of mini amusement park type of rides, and then you have a restaurant that's kind of retro, and you have a mini golf like course. So anyways, so he had like won, I guess, tickets or something to this. I think if I remember, he went to a private school, so I think he had like good grades or something like that. I can't remember. And so he's like, I want to take you on a date here. Like, our mommy, like, drops us off, like, type of date, But I thought it was so cool because I've never been on a date before. And so I was like, okay. And I was so excited. And so my mom dropped us off. And I remember we go and to this, like, little old-fashioned diner. It's supposed to be kind of like a 50s, 40s kind of diner. It's like the old like bellhop kind of style and everything. And so we got our food and we were just talking. I just remember kind of feeling like, wow, this is like a real date. Like I'm actually on a real date with my boyfriend. Like I just felt so cool about it. Like I felt like so grown up. I felt so like, my heart beating, like, I don't know. It just was like a big deal to me. And I just remember how fun it was. We went miniature golfing and kind of that feeling right. He was like trying to be like, here, let me show you how to do it, and puts his hands on my waist. And like, you guys know, I'm sure if some of you are my age or a little younger than me, I'm sure you've had those type of dates where you're just like, your little heart beating, like at these like simple little things, like we're not even really talking about things. Like that's the thing. It's like, that's what I remember. Like something I could do now, right, is more have a conversation. We weren't talking. We were just like so into like each other, but we're so shy. I don't know. I mean, we just kind of like, I don't know. It seems kind of awkward now, but I just remember the feeling. I still remember the feeling of like just being like my heart just like beating out of my chest like the whole time. And I mean, that was basically it. It was a while ago, so I don't remember some of the details, but I just remember the feeling and I remember when it happened and all that kind of stuff. So I'd have to ask him. We haven't talked about it in a long time. If he remembers feeling a certain way or anything like that, I should ask him after this. But that was my best first date. I haven't had a lot of great first dates. Granted, I haven't really dated that much. I know that sounds bad, but I've just always kind of been the kind of person that would rather just try a relationship if I really like the guy. If I weren't to be with my boyfriend now, I probably wouldn't do that. Now that I'm older, I'd be a lot more picky about trying to figure out somebody who is everything I want. But I mean, luckily, my boyfriend is exactly like what I'm looking for as far as a relationship, building a life wise. It ended up working out, So, but I do recommend you guys that you date around, figure out what you want, figure out what's important to you. For me, it's really important to have a guy who's ambitious because I'm very ambitious in school and work and just my personal life. It's very important for me to have a guy who shares that, and my boyfriend is definitely like that. It's also important for me to have somebody who wants kids and likes kids because I love kids. And it's a really big important part of my life. And I just want somebody I can talk with, I can have fun conversations with. Those are like really my top 3 things. And it doesn't sound like I'm that picky, but sometimes that can be hard to find, especially when you're my age. A lot of guys aren't quite there yet, which is okay. I mean, some girls aren't there yet either. Just people in general sometimes aren't looking for that right away, but I know what I want, so I'd rather not waste time. I'm not a party person, so I don't care about having fun or whatever. I'd rather work hard right now so that I can enjoy life later. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, tangent. But that's my advice to you guys. So yeah, let's see. What else should I do? I'm just like picking out these little things. Favorite quote. I mean, I'll tell you like kind of a funny crush story. This is when I was like a kid, and I think I've kind of told this a little bit, but there's been a few crushes I've had throughout the years. But when I was in elementary school, I had a crush on this kid who, I won't say his name, of course, but it's not like he's gonna watch or anything. I haven't even talked to him since middle school. We didn't go to the same high school, but anyways, he, when you're in I think we were in 4th grade, it's like, I'm surprised I even liked boys in 4th grade. I think it was more just pretty simple. Like, I didn't want him to be my boyfriend or anything. I just had a crush on him for whatever reason. I have no idea why. But I would always make him Valentine's, and I would go up to him and just say I love you, and give him things in front of people, right? We're talking about a 4th grader going up to a kid in front of everybody and just saying I love you. No shame at all, kid. I would never do something like that now, obviously, but me, I just was I don't care what people think. I wanted him to know. And of course he was no, go away, you're gross. I don't like girls. Why would he? We're what grade are you, or what age are you in? 4th grade, 7 or no, you're 10, right? You're 10, yeah. And yeah, I mean, I just gave no crap, so I just okay, bye, and just run off. And I'm sure people laughed at me, and so funny. But I had another crush when I was in middle school. Before I met my boyfriend, I was in 7th grade. what was his name? I actually don't even remember now. I couldn't even tell you if I wanted to. I swear it was like Lincoln or something like that. Was it Lincoln? I'm kind of thinking it was. No, it was Garrett, I think. I don't know. It's like I never talked to the guy, right? That's the thing, is like we weren't friends. It wasn't like a flirtationship, right? Which is also a funny like conversation. But I just remember when I first saw him, I like wanted to have a first kiss so bad, like so bad. And so I just imagined like me having my first kiss with him, and I was like, how do I practice? And it's embarrassing, but like practice, like I like asked my friends, I'm like, have you kissed anybody before? And they're like, no. I'm like, how do you learn how to kiss? And they're like, well, you can practice with like a pillow or something. And I was like, yeah, that would work, right? And so no joke, I would like practice kissing my pillow. Like, oh, that's embarrassing. I can't believe I'm saying that. But I mean, it's true. Like and I never kissed this guy. Like, but I like really wanted to kiss him. And for some reason, I had this notion in my head, right, that he would come up to me and he'd be like, Natalie, I really like you. Why don't we go on a romantic walk, and I want to hold your hand and get to know you better. And I'm like, okay. And then I imagine he like stops me, like the park, right? Like we go to the park or something, like we're in 7th grade. And he like stops me, and then he kisses me under the moonlight, right? Like, dumb. Anyways, but I remember like thinking about that. And so I really thought, for some reason, I thought it was going to happen. I don't know why. I actually can't recall if I ever tried to talk to him. I think I was too shy. So it's like, even if, like, who knows, like, you know, maybe he would have liked me or something if I wouldn't have been so shy. But I don't think I'm a pretty shy person. I have to admit that. I think I'm a little more ballsy now. Like, I think if I were to like date, I would totally make the first move. If I liked the guy, I would totally want to know what's going on. Life is too short to just be shy. If you have a crush on someone, like, just tell them. Like, the worst thing that could happen is them being like, no, I don't like you. And that's happened to me too. Like, I mean, I never told him, but I think he kind of knew that I had a crush on him. And he kind of made it obvious, like, he friend-zoned me, basically, right? Like, he made it obvious that he didn't like me, and, like, that's fine. That's all I needed to, like, move on from him. Yeah, like, it kind of sucked a little bit, but, you know, like, I moved on. And so I think it's important, like, if you really like somebody, just tell them that you like them. And just, like, see what happens. Like, I'm not like that anymore. I would rather just say how I feel, and whatever happens, happens. So I should have just told him. I mean, I don't know if anything would have happened. Probably not. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what he looks like. I'm surprised I remembered his name. I don't know why. But, and I don't even know why I liked him either. He was just like some random kid I saw like walking down the hall. I'm like, oh, you're cute. So dumb. Let's see. What else? First thing I notice in a new person that's kind of interesting, the first thing I always look at is their eyes. And I think it'd be funny because I think that's what people would say about me is when I do a face reveal, hopefully you'll be able to see I have pretty bright eyes. Like, they're not dark, they're pretty bright. So a lot of people, I think, my eyes are like my focal point of my face, right? Like, different people have different focal points. Pretty sure my eyes are, so I think people would say the first thing they notice about me is they look at my eyes. But I'm the same way to other people. I will look at other people's eyes because I'm just drawn to eyes in general. I really like, you know, pretty blue eyes, but I also like really dark brown eyes. I'm just really drawn to that. So that's like the first thing I notice. The second thing I look at is teeth. I don't know why. I'm just like a big, also like teeth person. I think a nice smile is pretty attractive, so I look at teeth. I mean, that's like the first outer appearance, right? It's not like you're going to know their personality or anything by looking at them. And then sometimes I like look at what they wear, because then I could get usually a good sense of maybe the type of person that they are. You know, if their jeans are like to their freaking ankles, like, obviously they're probably a douchebag. Like, sorry, but that's probably true, you know. And so I would probably stay clear of that. But so yeah, I'll pay attention to like what they're wearing next. And yeah, and that's like basically the first impression. And that's really anybody. I guess girls too. I'll look at those things as well. To try to get a sense. Girls, I think it's easier to like pay attention to their body language to try to see how they're acting in general. I don't know. I'd actually like to be interested. Like, what do you guys look at? Sometimes people look at like different things, like when they look at people, and I just never know if I'm weird. I don't know, because like even if like a guy, to me, they have to have like nice facial features for me to even be attracted to them. I don't care about like nice bodies because I don't feel like that matters. I feel like if they don't have a nice face, then you're not really like to you, right? If they don't have a nice face to you, then obviously you're not like going to be attracted to them. That's not really going to help, is it? I don't know. I never get people like why they are like, well, he has a nice body. So anyways, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I'll be posting probably my 100 subscriber face reveal either tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday. I'm assuming is when I'll hit 100, so be prepared for that. Hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.